What is up you guys, it's ThePrenti here and welcome back to Stories from the Bar. Now today's episode I'm going to be talking about a food fight that happened at work. So a couple months back we had a Scandinavian society who rented out the whole place for a crayfish party. Now the Scandinavian society are like posh, rich, pretentious bastards and like think they can just solve every problem with money. So that's who we're in. They had a crayfish party, so it's like crayfish obviously. They had like 16 tables of 12, like 200 people and stuff like that. They put down a £3 deposit, which they didn't get back, but I'll talk about that later. Put a three grand deposit down on the venue. They spent like £25 a head for the food. They were buying like just bottles of vodka and downing them and just like spent so much money. Absolute potential rich bastards. But anyway, what I'm going to work out is the food fight that kind of happened when they were there. It's not like a massive food fight where like the whole like 200 people started throwing food. It's just like sort of between a couple of people and it kind of turned into an argument and then a fight. So the backstory for this I got from someone at work. They are a student and they know the person, or they know what happened, so they got the details. But basically, one of the guys who was sitting on one of the tables had recently split up from his girlfriend, and then one of the guys on the table, like opposite him, but was sitting with his back to him, started like sleeping with her like a couple of days after they split up and stuff like that. So he didn't like him, and basically, so what he started doing was he started getting the crayfish shells once he'd eaten the crayfish and just throwing them at the guy. And like the guy knew this, he knew that that was his ex, and he wasn't bothered. Like the shells weren't bothering him, they weren't doing anything. Just kind of shrugged it off and ignored them. One actually went down his back and he still ignored that, so that's fine. And the guy was getting really pissed off that like him throwing stuff wasn't getting a reaction. So he got up, went to the toilet, and as he went to the toilet he dropped a penny in the guy's pint. And the pint was like almost finished anyway. And like the universal symbol is if you drop a penny in a pint you save the queen, so you have to kind of down the rest of the pint. So that's fine. And the guy went out to the toilet, so the guy came up and bought another pint, like a fresh pint, full pint, put it down his table and sat down to enjoy the rest of his meal. And then this guy came like back down, put another penny in his fresh pint, and like the girl was like, okay, and like all like obviously from the table was, oh come on, down it, because they didn't know like what was going on, so he downed it. And like so every time he got a new pint, the guy was just putting pennies in it, so he's getting really pissed off. Eventually just turned as like, oh go on, just stop it now. So that's fine, stopped doing the pennies. And then like a couple minutes later, it was like 5-10 minutes later, I just started getting potato chucked at the back of the guy's head. It was like, right, the guy just stood up, turned around, was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, if you have a problem with me, see me outside. He's like, no, sorry mate, no problem. That was it. About a couple of minutes later after that, the guy was just started chucking more stuff. Right, and they're like, right, that was it. The guy lost it, grabbed everything that was on his plate and just threw, not the plate, like he held onto this, in fact, he held onto the side of the plate and just like went like that with the rest of the food that were on it and went all over the guy. To which it kind of hit the people on the side of him as well. So his two mates grabbed food and they threw food back at him and it hit his mates. So basically for about a couple of minutes until the managers managed to stop it, these guys were just chucking their plates of food that were on the tables and at people, and oh, it was messy and horrible. So the managers managed to get in pretty quickly and stop these guys like chucking food at each other, because if they hadn't, the whole place, I can guarantee, would have started like having a massive food fight, chucking everything, just like the stuff you sort of see in films. That would have happened. So what they did was they took the first guy outside, like, look, have a breather mate, we don't want to chuck you out, you're trying to have a good night and stuff like that, try and enjoy yourselves, but just no fighting, no food throwing or anything, just try to stay away from each other. So that's fine. So like they were outside just trying to calm down, have a breather. And then out comes the guy that was now sleeping with his ex to have a cigarette conveniently. Gets outside and they start having a shouting match. Like he's like, "What the fuck are you doing, mate?" But like more aggressive in other words. Like I wasn't there, so this is what I was being told. And then like so, next minute you can see one of the managers running up the Venel to get people, because these guys are absolutely like scrapping at it, proper fist pump, like fighting, headbutting, like kicking each other, like literally trying to tear the living daylights out of each other. Managed to get out, like we all went down and held them back, broke up. I was like, right guys, you're not coming back in, you're walking away that way and you're walking away that way, that's it. So that's pretty much the story of the food fight. If you guys have enjoyed this video, a like would be much appreciated. If we can get 75 likes on this video, that would be pretty damn awesome. One quick thing before I go, I need to ask you guys is that I have to put a competition video on YouTube for a barista championship I want to enter, but obviously I only have this one channel. I can upload it unlisted and like link the unlisted, but what I'm going to ask you guys is, would you like to see the video and just me upload it publicly, or should I just upload it unlisted and you guys don't get to see it? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys are a new viewer, please subscribe, it really does support me a lot. If you guys want to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, links in the description as always. Other than that guys, I have been ThePrenti, and I'll see y'all soon.